What is the best database software for small business? We're going to talk about that because I can tell you there are all sorts of people on the internet, I call it the bathroom wall because you can say anything about anybody, that are saying they have the best exclusive and it's custom and it will do this and it will do that. And here you are, the entrepreneur, many of you newer entrepreneurs, or you're a growing entrepreneur and you're going, how do I make a decision? So we have a massive range to talk about, but let's talk about the best one for you. The three things we're going to talk about is what is the software that you need and the value it's going to bring to your company. Number two, the customization that you're going to need. And a lot of times in the beginning, you're not clear. So I'm just going to shortcut what I know, having been in business for well over 25 years in a whole variety of businesses using a database. And then number three, the pricing. And that can get totally out of control. So get a pen and paper, and I want you to make a decision by the end of this video. So what do you need in the software and the value that it becomes to your company? So a lot of times you're going to be marketed all over the place and you're going to have all these pitches and people are going to say, this is what my software does and this is what this does. But when you really get down to it, what do you need it to do? I'm probably the most practical guru that talks about this. You need marketing. Right? You got to go get a lead. You got to get it out of social channels, ads, joint ventures, affiliates, however you're getting your leads. Then you have to sell the lead, right? Which is some automation. And then you need to do accounting, which is put money in the bank, and you got to have the payment gateway. And then ideally an API that goes to your accounting system. So how do you get all that? I've had that for decades and I've moved away from it. Big mistake. Costs a fortune to come back. So what's the value that you need? I'm going to say build, just like I talk about any other business. I say, if you're going to start a business, you start with an LLC, right? Or you start with some sort of a corporate structure for tax deductions. Same thing in the software world, right? If you were going to start building a CRM and software, number one, get a stock and block off the shelf. And what we're offering, what we talk about, and what I'm encouraging you to get is nothing custom. It's not outrageously expensive, but it's been tried and true. I'd say the same with accounting systems that go with this. You're not getting custom things that are requiring custom programs and software engineers to come in at, anywhere between $145 to $200 something an hour to customize a whole bunch of things. So when I look at what's the value, here's some items. So I'm going to read them off to you so you get the whole list. So write these down, right? So number one, what's the organization of the data? Can you segment the data? There's a lot of systems that they just don't give you enough customization. So for example, I'm starting to work with a lot of student and pro athletes, right? And so we're looking and we're having this exact same software that I use for integrated wealth, we're using over there. And how do you segment? So you understand organization of data. Is it a student? Is it a pro athlete? Is it a coach? Is it an athletic director? Is it a parent? You want to segment not only who they are in categories, you also want to start segmenting where did they come from, what social channel. We track everything down into whether you came from Clubhouse, Instagram, from YouTube. Where did you come from? You want to be able to track all that data. And if you're too manual and you're still out on spreadsheets, you're not going to be able to do any of it. So can the CRM and the software stack organize your data? Is it like hiring a virtual assistant? I'm going to tell you what I have is like hiring 2 virtual assistants. There's some setup up in the beginning, and after that, it's easy. There's automation, there's campaign automation. Can it create sales and actually have a sales gateway? So when people are ordering and have an order form, it go right into your bank account. So once you can automate your marketing to your sales where you actually have appointments, now you can start growing your team. See, you, the owner in the beginning, need to start doing your own strategy sessions, your own discovery calls is a big thing used in the coaching world. As a real estate agent, you need to have appointments. I don't care where you are, a sale comes from an appointment. So it's going to help you grow the team where you get to do the right tasks, you get to do the right activities and not have your little head down, tippy typing and trying to program something that you don't know about. And then a lot of you don't have enough automation where you could go away for a while and have 10 emails programmed that are just going to go out at a certain time. And if they say yes or no, it takes them on another campaign to a new direction. All this stuff is set up and programmed for you. It's so simple. The second thing I want to talk about is the software customizable? Does it have some APIs? Can you move it to a QuickBooks system so you can lock in? And let's go all the way back. There's other things that, and I'm not going to name a bunch of the softwares that are out there, but a lot of them, they don't work together very well. Right? So you can have one thing do one thing and another thing do another thing. And even pulling and tracking out of social channels, it may not have the trackable links. There are so many things that have to glue together. So it's almost like having, a little duct tape if you don't do it right. And believe me, we've had to use duct tape before because I made some interesting choices because some experts told me to do it. So we went back to stock and block, no more duct tape. It all works together. The software stack works together. And it's honestly not ridiculously expensive, but it's not free. And I think a lot of you in the beginning, you love the free softwares. And I would just say those of you that want to start with some of those free softwares or do things on the cheap in the beginning, you'll pay for it later. You will pay for it later. And I'm not saying that because I'm marketing this big software. I'm saying that from a business owner who needs you to be successful so I can make you a millionaire. Because if you don't make money, where's your money going to come from to invest that you can actually become a net worth millionaire? So you've got to have this in the beginning. You got to have it right. Yes, you need software, and it has to have some customization to it depending on what you're doing. And it actually kind of APIs that link out to other places. So if you're enjoying this and you have a team that's going to help you make a decision, please share this link. And if you have comments or have a lot of questions, go to askloral.com. You can always ask a free question. I have a whole team, 5 people. They answer questions all day long for free out of Ask Loral. And then I also have a membership level where you can actually text me 24/7 and then talk to me directly twice a month and ask me direct questions. So if you have questions, let me know. Let our team know. Let's help you solve this and solve it fast. A lot of you're not growing in your business. You're not monetizing because you're not set up right. Now, the other thing I need you to do is I need you to subscribe to my channel. I'm here 5 days a week, and I'm here doing all sorts of business and finance content. So you're going to subscribe, click the notification button, and then watch it every day, right? Watch it on your way to your office, watch it on a walk, watch it on a run, watch it while you're at the gym or whatever you're doing. Just don't subscribe and see the notification, say, oh yeah, I'll get back to it. No, listen to it. It might have something to do with your day, right? And like it, share it. Let a lot of people know about this channel. The last thing I want to talk about in your urgency to pick a software is, again, I want you to go to Ask Loral. I want to talk to you about it, is pricing. Pricing is critical. And I know a lot of you say, well, I can't afford it. Well, then make some money. If you're in business, you need to be making money. And part of that money needs to go to a proper automated, customizable software stack. So you're going to start minimum in the 100, probably $100 to $200. The one we use is about $129 a month to get started. And then the more data you get, the more emails you send, the more text you send, the bigger you get. It just, gradually goes up. But remember, you have 2 virtual assistants built into all this automation. So you're saving a ton of money in human navigation by not having to hire people. What you really want is this to all be automated. Can you imagine all this being automated? It goes straight to a calendar link and books appointment, and then your job's just to do the appointments. That's how you make money. So if you're out there and you're saying, oh, I can't afford it, would you make some money? Please. Please. All right, we're going to wrap today. We're going to talk to you tomorrow, and go to askloral.com. We'll talk over there.